Good morning, everybody. I am here today to do a product review of Moonology Oracle cards. I believe this is probably viewing backwards, but you'll get the gist. Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. And we are going to unbox these right now. They're still in the shrink wrap. Came to me the other day. I've been kind of busy unpacking and getting settled in my new place. So I've been kind of tardy getting this little product review going here for you guys. But let's see what we can do. I'm opening the shrink wrap right now. I've seen these cards listed for sale anywhere from $13 to $20. Got mine for just shy of $20 and free shipping off of Amazon. Oh, how cute. When you open up the box, there's a little saying on the inside. Let the moon be your guide. That's sweet. That's a nice little touch. I have a helpful cat, so if you hear rustling over here, that's who that is. So right off the bat, we have ourselves a little booklet that goes with this deck. Let's see, I think there are 44 cards in the, yes, 44 card deck and guidebook. So there is a little guidebook that comes with it. They are all packaged very neatly, banded together. I'm loving that there's a moon cycle on the back of the card. And let's see, yep, it's on the back of all these cards. So let's just take a quick gander at the artwork because that's what's really important to me. So this was the very first card. It's a new moon card, and I thought that was a very special touch too, to start the deck out with the new moon card because that is the very beginning. So as you can see, and I really appreciate this about the artist, is that around this here dark moon is a very faint white crescent, and that does indicate a new moon. If the moon does not have that first crescent, it's a dark moon. And a lot of people, who make calendars and stuff, they talk about that new moon as being the dark moon. However, for people who do energy work, metaphysical work, things like that, we really need to wait until that crescent is appearing because that's the true new moon, okay? Otherwise, it's a dark moon. It's all about going inward and self-reflection, that kind of stuff. And then here's some other I really love the artwork here. And what I also like is notice as I tilt it, there's no glare. This is a matte finish, but it's very smooth, very polished, but matte. So there's no flashback and glare and things like that. Check out this stuff here. Oh, this is so pretty. Gibbous moon. So close to achieving your goals. I mean, we can look at all 44 of these cards if you want to. Full moon, that is really beautiful artwork. Whoever painted these really did a great job. I like that they're all named. Each moon is named. This is called the disseminating moon. Take time out. So not only are they named, they kind of give you a general overall feel for what they mean. Now, I say general overall because it's up to the person who's actually doing the reading, whether you're doing a reading for yourself or a reading for somebody else, to really then intuit how this applies to the person that is receiving the reading, whether it be yourself or somebody else. So that is what that's all about. You need to, tap into that inner wisdom in order to really get the most out of these cards or any cards. This applies to all oracle decks and tarot decks. That it's the person doing the reading that has to apply the message, determine what the message is, and then apply it. So I'm just going to give these cards a quick shuffle. And we're going to take a look at this book, this guidebook, and see what it says. I'm going to read to you the back of the guidebook just so that you can see what the author has to say about it. Again, her name is Yasmin Boland. You can find her on Facebook. I think she does weekly or monthly readings or something, so check her out. And she says the Moonology Oracle is a powerful spiritual tool that enables you to attune to the moon and manifest the life you dream of. When you need a clear answer to any question you have, use the cards to invoke a sense of direction and purpose and then take action. This guidebook contains all the information you need to start working with the deck and reveals the in-depth meaning of each of its 44 cards. Ask a question or think of your deepest desires, then draw a card to reveal the moon's guidance. And what I really like about this is that the moon represents our emotional selves, that the vibration of our feelings and what's going on. And so to me, it really speaks to a deeper understanding of what is motivating those feelings and what we're creating with those feelings. So those are some questions that we can ask when we go to do this reading. And I'm also just pulling up what kind of spreads she has available. What does she suggest? So she uses a Celtic cross spread, which I think is so interesting. That might be the first one I do. And then, of course, you have your traditional 3-card spread, which can represent the past, present, or future. It can also talk about just a snapshot. These are the 3 things that are important to your question. You can use a 3-card spread for mind, body, spirit readings. What is affecting my mind, my body, my spirit? There's just so many ways that you can use a 3-card reading. So she's got that. She's got moon phase spread. So there's a waxing moon 4-card spread, a waning moon 4-card spread, and then she lists all the cards individually and how to attune to that energy and the teaching around the card itself. So I think this is so exciting. I'm really happy to have purchased this deck. And I think that the next new moon intention focus that we meet for, we will be using this deck and we will be pulling cards from it and just kind of focusing on what the card says and how we can apply it to the new moon that's going to be coming up. So in the meantime, let's just do a quick little reading. Just a little question that we can be asking. So typically when I unbox a tarot deck or an oracle deck, I cleanse them, I bless them, I ask for a clear understanding of the interpretation of the images and all that good stuff. I have not done this with this deck because, as you saw, I just unboxed it just now. So when I close down this video, I will be taking it to the Quinian altar, our community altar that I've set up for us. And I'll be blessing them there, sanctifying them, and wrapping them up and putting them in their own little bags so that we can keep them as holy as we possibly can. So while I'm shuffling these cards, let me just think about something general I can ask and see what card pops up for us. And when I say us, I do mean the Y.E.S Plus community group. So let's just see here. I'm asking this question for the whole group, and I think that we shall ask, where can we turn our attention for the best outcome for our desires? Where can we turn our attention for the best outcome of our desires? Now, you might think that's too random and too kind of not general or too generalist, not specific enough. Let's see what card comes up for us. All right, let's just cut that deck. And the card for us is nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. So when we apply this to our question, I think that what this is telling us is that we are very mutable and that we need to look at every moment. And when we stay mindful and present to every moment, we will know exactly what steps we need to take in order to bring our desires to fruition. So when we think about where we need to turn our attention, let us not think about keeping ourselves contained and in a box and limited by what is right now. It's just always unfolding. This moment, that moment, the next moment. It's a mutable moon. It flows with us. Nothing is yet set in stone. So I hope that you found that helpful, and I hope that you enjoyed this unboxing. I will be unboxing something else in just another minute or two, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can always find me on Facebook on the Y.E.S group page. And so I hope to see you there. I'll put all the details in the description of this video later, okay? Thanks so much for joining me. I do highly recommend these cards. I intend to be using these cards just for the sake that the topic is the moon and I'm such a lunatic and the art is just beautiful and that author went through a lot of effort to match the moon phase with the appropriate, you know, affirmation, for lack of a better word, affirmation, instruction, message, however you want to use that. So, ooh, new moon eclipse. Expect powerful changes. So, anywho, that's Moonology, the Oracle deck. I'll see you in just a few minutes for another unboxing. I'm not even going to tell you what that's all about yet. It was a birthday gift to me, so we'll see what happens. That was my cat. See you in a few minutes.